Hi, everybody. We're
Hello.
back. We're back. We have a great show for you today. I am going to get started. I want to log on. So I want to see who's watching today so we can get all of your questions in as usual. So let's go to our little Facebook and we'll do that.
How is everybody? Everybody okay? It's so good to see you, Frank. And so good to see the gorgeous Gina.
I know, isn't it though?
Hello. Aloha.
I know, it's awesome. Okay, I think, all right, kiddies, I got you all. So, hey everybody, thank you for joining us on this wonderful Thursday evening. As you know, this is a happy hour. And I got two friends joining me. So let me not delay and make a few introductions. First of all, as you all know, we have the wonderful Kyle Neath, my cohort, my partner in crime. How are you doing, Kyle?
I'm really great, guys. How is everybody doing there? Yeah, just having, I can't believe we're going for some crazy weather here. So, but I managed to get you all right.
Excellent, excellent. You're in Essex, correct? You're joining us
in Essex. I'm in Essex, yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. And so everybody, you may not know this lovely young lady in the screen that you see before you. Her name is Gina Alchin. And Gina Alchin works for us at HarryWare. She is the Senior Account Executive for our Shopping TV division. So hello, Miss Gina, and welcome to the show.
Greetings, Frank and Kyle. So happy to be here, broadcasting from Fort Lauderdale. We're sorry, Kyle. We're having great weather.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
After the show.
I would say, don't rub it in. I was going to say, you're practically Miami to London,
I know.
We are completely different.
Well, guys, real quick, before we get started, because we have to have our cocktails before we get started, let's say hello to a few people. Let's say hello to Natalie. Let's say hello to Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Diane Miller. Hi, Ruth. Oh my gosh, we have so many people joining us today. It's so good to see everybody. Patty, hi. Carrie, hi. And of course, the lovely Miss Jackie Charles. We know who that is. Kyle's mom.
So hi Mom, hi Carly's watching, my sister. There's Jody Barrett, who has the top wig salon in London. Hi Jody, thanks for watching.
Excellent, and Joy's with us again too today. Hi Joy. All right, guys, well, it is a happy hour as promised, so in my usual form, here comes the martini. What can I say? What are you two having over there? Kyle?
What are you on, Gina? Oh.
I have a grapefruit margarita. Ole.
Ooh, girl. Nice.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And I'm just on the plain white wine tonight.
Is that all?
Yeah, it's all. But it's a white Rioja, which I've never had before.
Nor me. Well, everyone, cheers. Yeah. And everyone who's joining us, cheers. Welcome to our first show of 2021.
Hello, yeah, wow, can you believe 2021 already, guys? But I've been so excited for this show, Frank. I've been really, really excited. So lovely to see you all for the start, but I've been really excited about what we've got in store.
I know, we have a lot. So we're starting out, people, with our petite size collection, which we are offering this year. Some of our top wigs, some of your favorite wigs that you have asked for in petite sizes. We're going to be presenting those today. So you'll be able to see what we're launching in petites for those customers of yours who happen to have a smaller size head. And we're going to be demonstrating how to measure for that. And we're also going to be talking about some of the colors that are available because we have a new color that we're launching for 2021. And that color is Iced Sweet Cream. And it is a beautiful blonde. And we're going to talk about that. Miss Gina are you wearing that right now, Gina?
Actually, I am wearing the sugar charcoal, the gradient.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, and there's a good point because a lot of people are going to confuse the Ice Sweet Cream as a gray, but it is not. It is actually a blonde. So those of you who are watching today, you are going to be able to answer any questions. Feel free to ask us whatever you have on your mind, and we're going to be here to answer those for you. And just by asking the question, you will be entered in for our raffle at the end of the hour. And that is for any sized winter wig, which is one of the petite wigs we're offering, but you can get it in a petite or you can get it in average and any color you like just by entering today and just by chatting with us. So, hey, congrats on that.
Congrats. What a fantastic offer. Just want to say a big hello to Kim Stan, who's watching from Australia. Kim, you looked amazing in that wig that we put on the Raquel Welch site today. You look gorgeous. And I just want to say hello to Norma too. Our fabulous Norma's watching us.
Oh, Norma. Hi, Norma.
Hi, Norma. I thought Norma would be first off the block, and she was. Hi, Norma.
I know. Well, we're so lucky because, Kyle, you have your mannequins. I have, you know, my regular girl, I have her. This is the winner of the Ice Sweet Cream. We're going to get to that. But first, I want to say how lucky we are that we have Gina, who has offered to model these petite-sized wigs for us today. And Gina, having you here is really special because just to let our people who are watching today know, you have had, I mean, I've always known you as changing up your hair, wearing a wig, and always just kind of like being a fashion plate. And every time I see you, you're in something new. And I always thought it was just you had this lovely passion for wigs. But I understand that there is a little more to your story and your experience with wigs and with hair loss. And I was hoping, would you mind sharing a little bit of that with us?
No, not at all. I grew up in Bermuda, and it was ingrained in us from a very young age that your beauty is in your hair. More specifically, full hair that was a little on the straight side. So okay. I've been obsessed with hair all my life. And then at age 40, I started to lose my hair as a result of traction alopecia and just family hereditary. And it threw me for a loop. Sure. I lost my confidence, both at work and dating. I was in my 40s and I still wasn't married. So I went through a lot of emotional upheaval when I started to lose my hair. And that's when I started to wear wigs.
Yeah, it's a big deal. I mean, I guess people don't realize it unless they're going through it. And working in a salon for many years, I have had experience with women who their hair just changes, whether, like you said, genetics, if they were having certain kinds of treatments or just certain medications that they take. And I know, Kyle, you've dealt with so many women who have had that same experience, and it's devastating. It's just devastating, and you don't know what to do. And so then you get into wigs, right? And then you think, oh, I got to look at wigs. Ugh, it's such a whole new world, and you don't even know where to start. And so for all our retailers out there, for all the people who help daily women who are suffering with hair loss, thank you from the bottom of my heart and our hearts. It's a big deal, and you do a great job, and you are very valuable. So do not ever forget that.
Yeah, totally, absolutely, Frank. Yeah, we're all touched by the story, and I think nobody will ever understand what it's like for somebody to lose their hair. And with all the years of working in the chair, most people can accept most things, but not losing the hair. And this is why I'm so thrilled, Gina, that you've come on to talk, because we all know there's going to be somebody watching with no hair. We all know the amazing clients that we have who buy our products and fit wigs. So it's so great to have a model coming from that angle, Gina, you know? And what I normally found as well, there's a lot of lotions and potions, and most women will always say, I wish I turned to the wig sooner rather than later. And I think because people are scared about wearing the wig.
And I want to just point out that when I first started wigs, I was very self-conscious. I thought I was the only one that was wearing a wig. And I thought, I felt alone, and I felt like I couldn't really talk to people about it. So these days, there's much more support for people. And later in the show, I would love to be able to share how I got past hiding my hair loss from my husband.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, I want to hear that, because that's one of the things that everybody says, right? It's that that intimate moment when you're like, okay, now I have to divulge this. I have to go there. And it's a very scary time because of course we're all afraid of rejection on some level. And that is a very tense moment and a very sensitive moment. So yes, Gina, I would love for you to tell us a little bit about that. You know, that's good. That's something that a lot of women go through, because the hair can look great, but it's that moment when it's got to come off, right? and you want to just be yourself and you just want to hang out and chill.
That's
it's a different story.
Yeah.
So, all right, kids. Well, Gina, you chime in with that when we get a chance. I want to say really quick, hi, Kim Hammond. Love you. And we also have Diane, who's joining us from Overland Park, where I'm at, or not too far. So, hi. All right, guys. So, people, you have asked for petite size wigs for a long time. And one of the things we try to do as much as we can here at HairUwear is listen to you and listen to what your desires are and listen to your feedback, what you're hearing out there by working with customers and what they need. And by giving you what you need, hopefully you can satisfy our customers, right? And the people out there who are dealing with hair loss. So we listened and we have 5 wigs that we're going to be presenting to you that are now available in petite. And the first one that is going to be available in petite is the winner, okay? Our winner style, which has been a classic of ours for a long time. I mean, we love this style. It looks great on just about anybody who's looking for a shorter haircut with a little pieciness and a little bit of texture. And Kyle, why don't you speak to winner a little bit? Because I see you're fussing with your little mannequin there.
Well, you know what? If I could go on a competition, like what you have in America, like Jeopardy or something, I mean, I could speak about this wig. This could be my, my thing that I know so much about. Because you know what? Having my own wig salon to becoming a designer, do you know how many wig businesses I survived on this wig? I think it's got to be one of the most fabulous little wigs that you will ever try. And especially if you're a wig business, you can survive on this because, you know, you think a shortcut is going to be easy, but it's not, because this is a shortcut that's got so much volume, so much texture. The way it's cut into the nape of the neck is unbelievable. You can create so much glamour with it, or you can flatten it down so small to a woman who's not used to having a lot of hair. So I absolutely love it.
Yes, I agree. And I think what makes winner a winner is the fact that while it is a shorter cut, there's lots of layers and texture and pieciness in there that gives it a very feminine quality, a very flirty quality. And Gina, I mean, you have winner on, and I see you just kind of tousled it a little bit, haven't you?
Yes, it's so versatile. I can wear it in front and be kind of pixie-ish, or I could put it behind my ear and just be a little bit more edgy. I feel like Halle Berry and like that.
Yeah.
Something. It's like, you know, it's just
it's easy, right?
From day to night.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that. Yeah, my sister loves this too. You know, my sister's like you. I mean, my sister has her hair, but she changes wigs constantly. She loves short wigs. But there's something about this because you can, depending on the color, Frank, this can suit every age of woman, can't it?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I think it's really important because, you know, it is a style that, because it's shorter, sometimes women with smaller heads can feel like it's a little too overwhelming to have too much hair, or the average size doesn't fit quite right on a petite head. And this is a cut that really suits a petite frame. So I'm so glad that this is now available in the petite size. And you guys, I think before we go any further, maybe we should talk about what is a petite size and how do you know if you are a petite or if you're an average. So I'm going to remove this wig off the mannequin. And if you guys can join me in measuring, here's what I usually say, guys. There are so many different measurements when you're trying to determine a petite or an average. And, you know, there's a front to back, and everyone's head is shaped different. Some people have longer heads, so this rises up a little bit more. Some people have wider heads. So there are different measurements. Now, you would really need to concern yourself with the front to back measurement, the side to side measurement, and the circumference measurement, more if you are going to be making or designing a custom made wig. For all intents and purposes, when you are measuring a client, the number one measurement to take into account is the circumference, okay? And that is because the caps on these wigs are all memory cap. They stretch to accommodate, and over time, they make a memory of the head shape. So what is most important is getting those ear tabs where they fall in front of the ear. So that is why the circumference measurement is the most important, okay? So how do we measure that? Well, do not get a metal measuring tape. You need one of these. You need something nice and fluid, right? So what I usually do is I will start the measurement. Let me turn her over a little bit. I will start the measurement at the very, very center of the hairline, okay? So you start at the front of the hairline, and I tend to go right about where the hairline is. If they have a normal descend on their hairline, start there. If they're a little lower, I would raise it up a little bit. But I would start at the center of the head, and then what you want to do is you want to work the tape right behind the ear, okay? Don't go in front of the ear, don't go too high, just go right behind the ear. And then what you do is you work the tape around the nape. So you're just gonna like go right down to their nape and then hold it, or have them hold it. Sometimes it's easier because I know when you're measuring someone, it gets a little difficult. Then you're gonna work the tape up, and then you're going to get right to the front. So there you will have your circumference measurement. Now, this is a mannequin, and mannequins tend to run a little small. She happens to be a 20, okay, 20 inches. So 21 on a human being is what we would consider a petite measurement. So if your customer is in the 21 range, a little less or a little more, they're gonna be a petite. If they go to 21 and a half to 22, now you're going to be in an average size cap, okay? So it's really like about a difference of an inch, which really doesn't sound like a whole lot, but because of the stretch cap materials, it does accommodate, okay? So that is the number one thing you're gonna have to do and remember when you're measuring. Circumference, I think, is the easiest way to go. You know, depending on their head shape, again, maybe if they have a lot of extra volume in through here naturally in the curvature of their skull, you might have to go to an average even though their circumference is a petite. So remember, petite, 21 inches, average 21 and a half. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is.
Yeah, you're right, Frank. You know, it doesn't sound a lot, but it does. I think all our wig businesses watching, I think this is something that everybody's been waiting for, more petite sizes. You normally find if your client's going to be losing her hair or has no hair at all, we always want them a bit smaller. And I know that a lot of wig businesses size down wigs as well. So I think this is just fantastic to take the pressure off a wig business too, to have this capsule collection of petite sizes in your salon in about 5 or 6 colors a piece. And I think these are going to be amazing.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
So you guys, Tammy asks, can the winter wig be styled spiky? And I am going to say, you can get some spike out of it if you want. You can get some extreme pieciness is what I'm going to tell you, Tammy. And I just missed it. You can get a little water, you can mix it with a little hairspray, and you can bring out the pieciness in it. You could also do a little bit of wax, and that'll give you like a spikier texture to it overall. This wig, the winter, what we were talking about is it's feathered, it's textured, and it also has a little bit of a wave in it. So because the wave has a little bend, it's hard to get that really straight spiky look. But definitely, you know, as you can see here, you can definitely get a PC look out of it. You can even, you know, add a little wax or a little product to the fringe, and you can even spike out the fringe a little bit. So yes. It's not going to be stick straight, right? It's not going to be stick straight, but look at what Kyle's doing. It's not going to be stick straight, but you'll get some spikiness out of it.
Oh yeah, you'll get some spikiness in it, guys. What like you just said, Frank, what I love to do with this, guys, is give it a really, really good shake. If you blast it with any of our wet line is amazing. Just blast it with our wet line and then just give it a really good shake like this. I mean, you know, I shake them like mad. Hang them upside down, and then you flip this back, and then look, you know, you sort of got that from a French crop, you've got all this sort of spiky volume. It's great.
Yes. Kathleen asks, is this a heat-friendly, or I'm sorry, Diane asks, is this a heat-friendly wig? Yes, the winner is heat-friendly. So it's a true to life fiber. It's a polyester fiber. That means you can blow dry it and you can flat iron it if you wish up to 350 degrees, which is a medium setting on a blow dryer, or a 350 degree setting on a flat iron or curling iron. So guys, you may have noticed that what I'm using today, and I think what Gina's used today in her hair, right, Gina, is our Hair You Wear curl spray. I don't know if you can see it, but I got to tell you about the curl spray. It is on offer this month, so you may want to call in and find out because we're offering a special on the curl spray today. We designed curl spray to basically reactivate wave and texture in the wigs. And one of the things about the curl spray, as I've been working with it, is I found that it is actually a great texturizing product as well. So not only does it revive the curl on the wigs, but can also add texture to your wigs. And so, you know, basically you can just kind of add a little bit of movement like this and just mist it in. And you can see, while it's a curl spray, it does activate and it does help you make some pieciness without using a wax. So that's one of the good things. And also, I meant to say, I misspoke. I said that the winter wig was Vibrolite. It's not True to Life, it is Vibrolite. This one is Vibrolite. The winner isn't Vibrolite. Sorry, guys, I got a little confused there.
Yeah,
I was a little ahead of myself.
No, I was just going to say that actually, Frank, but you know what it was? Because we were talking about the hairdo pixie cut today. So yes. That's what you were thinking of, yeah. So
yeah,
it's
exactly.
But you know what, guys? What I love about the winner is it doesn't need to be heat styleable. There's nothing that you have to use heat on this wig for. And Frank, you're so right. The curl spray, even if your wig is not curly, I love it. Most women love the curl spray because it gives body rather than curl. And
yes,
I think it's great.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's why I use it almost all the time to add texture, to add pieciness to the wig, even if it's not a curly wig. And I'll show you how to use this because there is a special way to use this when you're doing it on a curly wig and to bring it out a little bit. I tip the wig upside down and then I mist it. And then that brings out the curl. Did you use it on your hair today, Kyle?
Yes, I just used 10 bucket loads of it. Can't you tell? But you know what I love about all the Hair You Wear product is, you know, it's great on real hair too. So
yes.
It's fabulous on your human hair wigs. It is amazing for setting curls too. I know a lot of hairdressers who use our Hair You Wear wet line on their clients' hair too.
Oh yeah, totally. And I mean, just you guys can just see, just by messing with the curl spray, spritzing it on really easy and loosely, already this winter wig has already gotten so much texture and body from it. So when you get it out of the box, right, all of these, you do have to style them a little bit. You know, we give them a good shake, we mix them with a little water or a little reconditioning spray, or if you want a little more texture and some more like body and hold, the curl spray is great for that. So a little tip there. We have an image of this, which we're going to show. We have the Ice Sweet Cream featured in the winter. It's going to be in our new Raquel catalog that's coming out. And so I will show you a little picture of that and you can see how beautiful this color is. So the Ice Sweet Cream, there you go. There's 3 right there for you to see. Wow. These are going to be introduced and these are going to be available in February. Okay, so next month these are coming out. And what I want you to know about the Ice Sweet Cream, it is part of our Cool Color collection. Okay, and we added it as one of our lightest cool blondes. So this color at this point in time comes non-rooted. We wanted to give that nice platinum down to the base look. So this basically is what I would consider, for those of you who remember, a Jean Harlow blonde. This is truly a perfectly toned beigey blonde. It's not gold, it's not warm, it just has a nice cool beige tone to it overall. It almost looks white, but if you see it in person, it's just the palest blonde ever. It is a gorgeous color. It is a color that we felt was kind of missing from the collection. And so we've added this Ice Sweet Cream.
Frank, it is so beautiful. I cannot wait to see it. I've been on the phone to Carmen like a mad thing, saying, I want the sample, I want the sample.
I know, Kyle.
I know.
You feel cheated?
I feel cheated. I mean, you forgot about me here. No, do you know what, guys? It's a blonde that is so beautiful. I've seen the sample and I can't wait for it to launch. I think it's going to be so successful.
Yes. And you know what's really funny is I forgot. I thought maybe I couldn't tell on the video screen if Gina was wearing it. She's not wearing it. But the reason why I have it is because this is the one we shot on the model. In the picture that you just saw, This is the Ice Sweet Cream. This was the sample we had to the photo shoot. So again, these will be available in February. We are also offering the curl spray deal right now. So check into that. And also in February, not only is Ice Sweet Cream coming out, but we are also going to be offering you a special on the Hair You Wear Control Hairspray. So this is another lovely product, and we'll be using this a little bit later. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So, I was just going to say quickly, Gina, don't you find with the winner, and especially being sometimes, off or a necessity wearer, it's the way that it cuts into the nape of the neck? It's such a big thing for people who have got hair problems.
I love it. I feel like it just makes my neck look longer and more elegant, and I can poof it up. Someone asked if you can get volume in the back, and you can.
Oh, yeah.
You can just take that curl spray.
I mean, Gina, come a bit closer and show us that back, my love, because it is so amazing if somebody's out there thinking that they're losing their hair. My sister wears this in black, and she wears it to work a lot. Hi, Carly.
Oh.
She loves it. She loves it.
I love it.
It's great.
It's just got a beautiful finish, and the nice thing about it too is it comes just long enough that if you do have a lower hairline, you don't have to like shave your neck, you know, to have it covered.
Yeah.
So guys, what is our next one? Our next petite size that we're launching is in the ever popular Sparkle wig. So let's look at Sparkle, shall we? You guys got Sparkle? Gina's going to go off camera.
Yeah.
I love how she's got her picture there. She's going to go off camera, and she's going to change into the Sparkle for us so you all can see that.
And this is one I prepared earlier. You know, like a cooking show, Frank.
I know.
So she's prepared earlier.
She's prepared. She's prepared.
She's done. No, you know, it's funny. Sparkle is such a hidden little gem. I did a post on this this week, and you know, you can get about 6 different looks out of this.
Yeah, and what I love about Sparkle, you know, Kyle, is that, again, another flexible wig that you can get a lot of volume out of it if you use a little hairspray or a little curl spray. You can really get some movement and texture out of this, but it's got such a beautiful profile because you get this wonderful volume in through the crown. And then look at this beautiful taper in the nape. And it's all this shattered razor cut pieces everywhere. It's just such a gorgeous style that, you know, if you were trying to do this style like at home on your own hair, you'd be like with the flat iron, kind of giving it a little bend and some kick. Not with this. It just falls right into place. Gina, look at you.
Gina, girl, you look amazing. Gina, you look absolutely stunning, darling. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
I've never worn this color. It's the Iced Latte Macchiato Shadow Shade 1723. And I have darker eyebrows, but I can get away with it because it's the rooting. It's just, no one can tell.
You look, I mean, you look amazing. I mean, come on, Gina, you wear the sugared pearl. I mean, that's white. So I know, you know, you're going to be fabulous in this one. I love, look at that tuck behind the ear.
Let's see the back, Gina, because I love all that texture, that razor cut texture. So you guys, for those customers who are always wanting this in a petite, it's now available in a petite. And look at that beautiful, I mean, it's just that shattered ends. It's just very highly textured. And I love this little nape. Look at that fringy textured nape. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm showing this in the Iced Pumpkin Spice, which is RL2933SS. Kyle, what are you showing it in there, babe?
This is the glazed mocha, okay? The R11S Plus. So the plus is we've taken the blonde, you know, down through the back. But look at this glazed mocha, guys. If you're a new wig business or you're starting out in the wig game, this is a great color. It's fantastic. 7 to 11 shades. It's a mocha base, but it's shot through with a gold highlight around the face. Yeah. It's stunning.
Dare I say a frosted look? Oh, did I say it?
Frosted. Yeah, well, see, we don't use the word frosting here. You
know, I know we say highlighted, but it's got that frosty color to it. With the
of course. Yeah, of course. But it's stunning. What I've done, Frank, is I used a lot of our styling spray on this and hang it upside down because you really got that stacked up bob. I mean, it's such an amazing cut. Look at that.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see, but look at that. You got all that texture and then that nice nape, which is so lovely. And then these like, you know, cheekbone grazing pieces, which, I mean, you know, if you have a customer who maybe that is a little long or they don't feel like tucking it behind their ear, you can always go back and razor cut that a little bit and customize it for them too. And, you know, had a lot of questions when we first released, but now that I'm on the topic, of the Iced Pumpkin Spice. Why is that a cool tone? Because, guys, I just want to let you know, our reds are very vibrant in our regular collection. This Iced Pumpkin Spice is a very nice brownish, coppery red with just enough amber highlights in it that it's not a real hot, spicy red. It's more subdued red. It's more like a natural red, right, Kyle?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, you've got to get these colors to see them. They don't do any justice really on our color swatches at the back of the brochures or the color swatches. You've got to get these in. When you see these, in full wig form. They are absolutely mind-blowing. And it's a red that's very different. It's nothing that like we have in the collection. So with all the cool tones, especially for our wig clients with shops, it's worth getting one a piece just to see them. They're fantastic.
Right. And you guys, if you have your catalog, you can reference your catalog. But as always, I say, get yourself the colorings. And I have 2 colorings here, and I'm going to tell you a little something in case you're wondering why there's a Vibrolite coloring for the cool tones and why there is a True to Life ring. Because our wigs are offered in these colors, made in Vibrolite and made in True to Life. However, because fibers are different and they change their makeup, right? Sometimes the colors aren't exactly the same as you would get for Vibrolite fiber as you would get for True to Life fiber. So I highly recommend, while we did everything we could to get them almost identical, in a few colors, there might be a slight variation that you would only be able to detect in the coloring and comparing them side by side. So get yourself the coloring just to be sure that you have a Vibrolite version and you have a True to Life version, because between the fibers, you know, the reflectance of the light sometimes can be different, and so it could make the colors look a little different. So
and
sure you have these.
It's a preference, isn't it, Frank? I mean, half our clients prefer Vibrolite, half our clients prefer True to Life. So because of the fibers have a different consistency, the color's going to change, like real hair.
Absolutely.
You know? If I dyed my hair red, it's going to look different to anybody else, you know, because different hair is going to look different. But
for sure.
I just wanted, you know, I love the way that you styled this style on Raquel, Frank, in the brochure, because it looks like a completely different wig. And I can see Gina's done it there. You can bring all this forward.
Yeah, Gina's got it.
And get this really gorgeous little pixie bob cut. You know,
Raquel likes a lot of fullness in the top, and she likes a lot of volume and texture. So on Raquel, we did style it with a lot more movement for the picture. Again, the wonderful thing is you can style these however you like. So now available in petite, sparkle. So ladies, it's time for you to sparkle.
It's when you're going to sparkle. And like what I said, Frank, it's this is so long awaited. I mean, I can't tell you how many wig businesses wanted more and more petite sizes. But what I love, what we've done and what we've all done at Hair You Wear, I think we've capsulated this. I think if you have this selection, it's going to cover everyone in your petite range, you know, for your customers.
Yes. So we got 2 questions, guys. Kathleen asks, for the high heat fiber, do they dry out faster than Vibrolite? And I'm going to tell you, Kathleen, they don't necessarily dry out faster. The True to Life fiber has a much more matte finish on it from the get-go than a Vibrolite fiber. So it may seem that if you're using product on it over time, that it may seem to dull out a little bit more than the Vibrolite, because the Vibrolite comes with a little bit more shine on it. And so over time, the Vibrolite looks like it dulls out a little bit, as opposed to the True to Life, which kind of stays the same. But anytime, you know, you're layering product, it's always good to every so often shampoo the wig to get any product out and then kind of restore that shine. Also, reconditioning spray is wonderful. We have one, and that is also good to kind of refresh the fiber. Teresa asks, what is the cap on Sparkle? Well, hey, Teresa, hi. Let me show you the cap. So the cap on Sparkle is velvet comfort band in the front, open ear tabs, and then the memory cap. So it's fully wefted, which makes this a very affordable wig for so many women, and also makes it a great wig to retail for you as well. Because, you know, it's not one of the higher priced wigs. It doesn't have a lot of the lace, and it doesn't have any mono area in it, but yet it performs beautifully. So it's a great buy, I think.
Oh, it's amazing. But the thing is, it's when Lawrence and yourself and myself, you know, I mean, this Sparkle's been around a while now. You know, you got to remember, guys, that not every wig needs all the bells and whistles. Even if we wanted to put some features in there, this doesn't work. It's the same with the winner, because we've left it this way because it's for the volume, isn't it?
Right.
You know?
Right.
So we wanted to create as much volume, so we leave it completely wefted. So I love it.
Right. So Lisa asks, does Sparkle come in the new color? Lisa, we're going to confirm that for you. I want to make sure before I tell you yes, that it is true. So I have here in my notes that it is going to be available, but I want to get that confirmed. So hang on, girl, hang on. So guys, our next wonderful wig that we're going to be offering in the new petite size is the ever glamorous, ever stunning Voltage. Let's take a look at Voltage, kids. And I love my Voltage. This Voltage has been great. Again, my curl spray, here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to just spray it in there, as you see. Give it a shake. That's going to wake it up. It's going to light it up. And I know. All right, Kyle, you can make fun of me. I'm going to scrunch it, okay?
Scrunch.
What else do you call this movement?
Well, I've heard frosting and scrunch. You know, you're showing your age now, Frank.
I'm a product of the 80s, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it is scrunch. You scrunch it.
What else are you going to call that movement? I don't know what to call it. I call it scrunching. I mean,
looks like scrunching to me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gina. Thank you very much. Scrunchers, Gina, scrunchers for me so I can see it.
I'm half British. I'm British and US, so scrunching.
Yeah, that works. Okay. Gina. That works. Yeah.
Can we all agree scrunch is a good word? Can we still use it? It's not that dated. Thank you. So here is Voltage. I am showing Voltage today in the Iced Latte Macchiato, which is RL 1723SS. It has a beautiful rooted area to it. And as you can see, what is one of the beautiful things about Voltage is you got some power here. And I guess that's why we're calling it Voltage, right? Because this baby can just be as worn as demure as you like it, or it can be totally amped up. Kyle, you got yours worked up. What color do you got there, and what are you doing to style that?
Okay, well, I've got the Golden Wheat, SS Golden Wheat, 1488 SS. So if you've just tuned in, guys, and you don't know, SS means shadow shade, which we make them darker at the roots. But what I did, because I used this for a photo shoot, I've got a lot of hairspray on this, but I also blasted it with the curl spray. Because with the curl spray, by scrunching it, guys, it brings the slight, as you say, the body back into the wig.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why I love our products, because, you know, it does really work. Just by using your hands, it's fantastic. But you know what I love, guys? You can tuck this so flat like Gina's done behind the ear, flick it up on the back of the neck, and you sort of get that Sharon Stone look. I love it.
Yeah, you totally do. You totally do. Like, see, look at all that texture Gina's got in the back there. That looks so awesome, Gina. And one of the things that's great about Voltage is while you got all this length and this flare and this fullness, as it gets closer to the nape, it really tapers down and really nicely. So it's not like you have this massive fullness jetting out from the back. It has a nice taper. I mean, you can just see like that. See how that just kind of tapers in? So you get that beautiful silhouette, which I think is gorgeous. And, you know, Gina, you got yours just slightly tousled. I mean, you can see I've amped this girl up. And and Kyle, you have yours kind of like scrunched into like that, like you were saying, that Sharon Stone tousled look as well. You know?
I just wanted to show, because like what I love about wigs is, you know, because once you get your wig, you know, it's just your hair. You treat it like your own hair. So, you know, you can sort of take these from day to night. And like I can see with Gina there, you know, if you don't want a lot of big hair, you can flatten this right down, tuck it behind the ear, and you get that really lovely sort of razor cut, boy cut with it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, because I have a small face, so I usually tame my wigs.
Yes.
And this one was so easy to style and to put on. Yeah.
I mean, look at just by combing it down, you can totally change the whole profile. And Voltage is a great wig that, you know, for a petite size woman is a great look too, which is why we are now offering this in the petite size, because it is a nice silhouette for someone who has a more delicate frame, a smaller face. It's not too much hair. It's just the right amount.
Just right.
So,
and now this in grey would be beautiful for somebody slightly older, maybe who's lost their body in their hair, can't get the volume anymore. And in petite, perfect.
Right, right. Hey, Sarah Ann asks us, guys, if this is human hair or if it's synthetic hair. We're showing all synthetic hair today, Sarah Ann. So just so you know, all synthetic, a mix of heat stylable and Vibrolite fiber as well. So you guys, a question we get often asked with the Iced Latte Macchiato, which is the RL 1723SS, is how does it compare what makes this a cool color? And, you know, without having been to the trade shows, without having been able to display these wigs to all of you, I have a photograph to show you a little bit of a comparison so you can see what I'm talking about. When we're talking about the cool tone colors and, you know, what makes this collection so unique is we really have done everything we could, given the technology for the fibers that we have, to minimize the warmth on all of these. So I have a comparison, which is like a side-by-side that might help you better understand if you, A, don't have a color ring, or B, if you don't have access to see the wigs in person, of what they look like. So there you see on the left is the RL 1723 SS, and then the RL 1923 SS. 1923 SS is our shaded biscuit. And then on the left, RL 1723 SS is our iced latte macchiato. And if you look at that closely, gals, you're going to see that there is much less warmth in the RL 1723 SS than the one on the right, the 1923 SS. So if you're a shaded biscuit fan, or you have a customer that's a shaded biscuit fan, you know what? And they say, still a little bit too warm, I want something cooler, move them into the 1723 SS. So there you go. There's a little comparison for you.
It's great. It's such a beautiful color. Absolutely stunning. I know it's going to fly because all our rooted blondes really, really fly. And I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. Some nice stuff. Gina, that looks so cute on you.
I love it. And look, my glasses, I don't know, people wearing glasses, there's no problem with that, new wig wearers. It's so easy peasy. I feel really
What's the color, Gina? What's the color, my love?
This is the Shadow Shades Cocoa, Shadow Shades 930, which is close to my color when I was a little girl.
Lovely. Really lovely.
Only much more professional and polished now, right, Gina?
Absolutely. Not.
Gina, I know you switch off your wigs a lot, but Patty writes in and she asks, how often should she shampoo her wigs? What, for you, because I know you're a daily wig wearer most of the time.
I am.
How often do you shampoo?
I shampoo them depending if I've put a lot of product in them or I've been in a room where there's smoke or whatnot. I will wash it when it needs it, really. It really could range. So I would say once a week. If you sweat a lot, then you're going to wash it more, but you could do the smell test. You just, if it's
there's a tip.
It'll tell you when you need to wash it.
Yeah, or somebody might tell you.
Yeah.
What's that?
Exactly. Somebody might tell you.
Oh, right. No, but I would say once a week for somebody that's not wearing it while they're exercising, or you know, they're not in pollution.
I get the question so many times, and I always put it like it's like having a very, you know, you've got to treat these are beautiful wigs. They're the best quality you're going to get. It's like having really like a handmade sweater or something, isn't it? You know, you got to look after this. You don't fling in your handmade sweater every day. So the longer you can leave it without washing, I always say the better.
Right.
Yeah. And if you have hair, if you wear your wig cap with it, it stops the grease going from your own hair onto the wig, which you don't have to wash it so much. Right. And like what Gina said, I think it's always... Yeah.
Grease, Kyle.
Well, not the rest of us, Frank, not you. Sorry. No.
I'm Italian. I got some oil going.
You know when your wig needs washing, but I think the best advice is, Gina, is to wash it as least as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And get a couple so you can rotate them. So that'll extend the life as well. Yeah.
That's a great point too. So you guys, Janice wants to ask, if she's a first-time wig wearer, what color does she get? I say, Janice, and I think my panel of experts here agrees, I say always get a color that is the closest to your natural, because if you've never worn a wig before, you're going to want to feel comfortable in it. And so something that is closest to your natural bio hair would be a good place to start. Or if you color your hair, let's say your bio hair is brown, but you color it blonde, then of course go with the blonde. Go with the color you are most used to. Agreed, people?
Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, it all depends, doesn't it, Frank, Gina? There's going to be ladies watching, or guys, who wear wigs just for fashion, because wigs are the biggest fashion story at the moment, okay? Mm-hmm. People are chopping it up. So then you can wear whatever you want, but you're right. Obviously, if you're going to be wearing one as your hair every day, we have so many colors, we'd be able to match your hair perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, should we go on to our next one? Our next offering in petite is, all right, you guys, are you ready? I know you're waiting for this. This is to die for because it's everybody's favorite wig who likes a mid-length. Our next one is the Upstage wig. Yes, Upstage is now available in a petite. And for those of you who are wondering, the Upstage is constructed with a lace front. You see the lace front? And it also has a hand-tied, fully hand-tied area on this one. So I'm loving this. You know, Upstage is a classic. I know it's one of your favorites, Kyle, isn't it?
Wow. You know, this is another one. If you're going to have a bob in your salon, if you don't have this bob in your salon, you're crazy. Because it is the ultimate bob for me. It is so beautiful. Yeah. It's got the right amount of hair. It's got the right length. And it's also one of the most comfortablest wigs because it's fully hand-tied.
Right. And you guys, just so you see, we're talking about the control spray, which is going to be on special next month in February. When I get the wig out of the box, I mist it with the control spray, and then I work through it with the wide tooth comb, as you saw, or I like to use a vented brush. And I think that helps to wake it up before you actually put it on. So a little tip of that control spray is a great little product to kind of work with a wig and kind of open it up, if you will. Kind of like if you let a bottle of wine open up and breathe.
Breathe.
So I am showing the Upstage in the shaded iced cappuccino, which is RL 1022. Gina, what are you wearing it in? God, look at that. You look so glam in that.
I feel very like inaugural. Inauguration.
Well, you look ready to go to one.
This is the iced pumpkin spice, and I think I can wear it because you said it's a cool tone, whereas I cannot wear warm reds because of my undertones, but I really love this one. And I mean, so you can do so much with it. You can
I mean, you are a perfect example, Gina. You're a perfect example of a woman who has an olive colored skin, a little deeper colored skin, but look at that iced pumpkin spice, how awesome of a red that is. It almost takes on a caramelly color rather than a red color on you, but it's got just the right amount of depth at the roots and just that right balance of enough brown that it's a subtle red. It looks gorgeous on you.
Gina, that's your color, Gina. It's made your skin come alive. I'm not saying your skin wasn't alive before, but it's just brought you alive. I love you in it.
Thank you. Really I love it too. And it took me seconds to get it on and styled, and I love it.
Yeah, totally. Raphael says he uses his wig daily. How can I maintain it to look great? Raphael would just say to try to recondition it as much as possible. Shampoo it in cold water and let it air dry. Don't use too much heat on it when you can avoid not using heat on it. Usually once you style a true to life fiber wig, it's going to hold the style that you left it in, that you styled it in. If you want to go back to where it was, you might have to recurl or flatten again. So just keep that in mind. Be very gentle with it. Sue asked, how do you hide a lace front? Sue, I'm going to tell you, with these, you don't need to hide too much because they look pretty darn good. I mean, I've seen some people trim them back, but I wouldn't even recommend that because with the Raquel Welch wigs, we have designed it just to where you need it to be. So as far as hiding a lace front, I would say you really don't need to with these. You can wear these straight back. I mean,
definitely.
Right. And if you really feel like you need to, you could cut a little bang into it, round brush it and put a little bang in it.
Yeah. You know what? I think what was the lovely lady who asked the question, or the guy? I think there's so many lace front wigs out there now, and there's a whole sort of trend that you cut the lace back and you pluck out the hairs, but that's only really for the slightly cheaper wigs that are out there. I think the whole point of having a wig through the post, or if you're under the weather or you've got bad hair, you want to be able to get this on straight onto your head. And with our lace, you have to do nothing to it. You don't have to dye it. You don't have to pluck it. You don't have to cut it. It's ready to roll, isn't it?
I just wanted to add really quickly that it's the positioning of it. If you have it right at your hairline, right where it's meant to be, it just blends in seamlessly. And then if you have a wig cap on, say if you have dark hair and you think, oh, I can see my dark hair through it, you just put on a skin-toned wig cap, and that takes care of that.
Exactly. And most of our wig caps we do offer are the flesh colored for that exact reason, Gina. That's a great point. Thank you for sharing that. That is important. And the wig caps, Patricia asks, yes, Patricia, the wig caps do help to keep like oils and any kind of perspiration from getting onto the wig, right? So if you are in a climate where it's cool enough and you can wear a wig cap, if you have some hair or you tend to like get a little oily in the scalp, they are definitely a help. I also have another graphic on this because, you know, we were talking about this 1022 SS, which is the shaded iced cappuccino. And I'm telling you guys, there is no warmth in this. I know sometimes from here, it looks like there might be a little warmth because of the lighting. But when you see these out in the natural daylight, you're going to be shocked. So I did a little comparison. Our buttered toast, which is one of our neutral colors, you'll see there in the screen on the right. And I compared it to the iced cappuccino, the R1022. So you can see the difference. You see the gold that is in the buttered toast. It's one of our neutral colors, but we've even gone a little further with the iced cappuccino by taking out even more of that gold, because now the technology of our fibers has evolved where we can create some different colors and minimize. Originally, we didn't have the availability of fibers that were cooler tones. So, hey, we're moving with the times, kids. So if you have a customer who wants absolutely no gold, no red, no warmth, the iced cappuccino is a great option compared to maybe a color like a buttered toast. So just wanted to share that with you.
It is stunning. And you can really see there, Frank, from the comparison, because buttered toast, one of the best-selling colors. But I think a lot of people now, and especially you, Frank, being a hairdresser, you know, everybody now says no reds, no reds, no reds when it comes to their blondes. And
yeah, it's all cyclical, right?
Absolutely.
It comes back, then the reds come back. The whole thing. Yeah. Kyle, what color are you showing, by the way? Because I see that beautiful platinum blonde there.
Look at that, and she is our platinum, but she is SS platinum. So if I just tip this forward, we have a really, think Debbie Harry, think Marilyn Monroe, but this has a little bit of a root, a bit rock chick, but so beautiful. This bob is so amazing. Do you know how many times I've wore this wig? If I've had to run and do a quick television, if I've had to do some quick zooms, because as you can see, my hair is so curly. This is a great wig. Guy, girl, whoever wants to wear it.
Oh, yeah.
Because what is wonderful is, because it's completely hand-tied, guys, to show you. So it's completely hand-tied, monofilament top and lace front. You can change the direction of the part any way in this. So if you don't want it so sort of big and glamorous, I love this just tucked behind the ear and just used, you know, like if a guy wants to wear it, you don't want it so big. Look, it just makes a perfect everyday bob.
Yeah, and the nice thing about it is all this like soft layering throughout it really allows you to position it any way you want. Gina, what are you doing? Clipping yours back?
I'm gonna just use one little pin and make a little chignon back there.
Oh, look at. She's so sophisticated.
If I'm running out on an errand or something, and I just want to look a little cute and demure, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, and that's a great thing, because sometimes, ladies, you want to preserve, right, the length, you know, and you don't want it always rubbing against your collar, because friction can happen and you can get some frayed ends by doing that. So during the day when you're running around, I mean, you can clip this up. You could put it up like just like Gina's done. You could use a little claw clip on it and just kind of set it up like, you know, up against your head. So you get it out of your way. And then when you want to transition into something more elegant and more evening, then of course, let it down and let it fly around.
Let it down. Do you know what I love, Frank, about Gina?
Yeah.
What I love about the True to Life fiber is you get this natural bend. So I love this sort of 60s Lady Miss Kier delight, sort of 90s, you know.
Oh, wow. I didn't know.
You can flip that up. Yeah, you can flip that
like,
up.
you know, Emma Peel, you know, you can put your headband in, you can put your sunglasses in the top here, you can jack up the back. I love this flicking out this way. It's beautiful.
Yes. Jane asks, is there a gold hue in that platinum? Jane, there is a little slight gold in that platinum. It is like what I call like a raw blonde, like if you bleached your hair up and you just had a little bit of that golden warmth in there. Yes, there is in the 613 SS in the platinum. You will not find that though in the iced sweet cream. So this one does not have, it's in our cool tone color collection, and it will not have any warmth in it whatsoever. So, all right, guys, shall we bring out another doozy? So again, Upstage, right? Now offered in petite. And another fan favorite that we're offering petite is the Spotlight. And I'm showing the Spotlight in the Iced Cafe Latte. And this is the RL 924SS. And I just took it out of the box. You guys can see that crisscross parting in there because I wanted to show you how I take it out of the box and how I kind of wake it up. So I am going to take my control spray, right? It's just the right amount of moisture, just the right amount of hold. And I'm going to run it right down into the part, okay? Right where that zigzag part is. So I give it a nice mist. And I am going to just kind of let that air out a little bit. And one of the great things about the control spray is the nozzle, I don't know if you can see, is adjustable. So you can make it a heavier spray or a lighter spray, depending on what you like. So that's a little nifty feature. I don't know if all of you know that.
I never knew that, Frank.
Well, see, surprise, surprise. I'm full of surprises today, Kyle.
Absolutely.
So once I got the control spray in, I brush through. I'm using a vented brush. You see how vented that is? And I'm just raking through the wig gently, people, gently, because it's a long wig. And then I will grab the lace securely in my fingers, and then I'm going to brush along the hairline. I want to get rid of that zigzag part. So while I'm doing this, I'm waking up the wig. I've got just a slight bit of product in it, and then she is ready to be worn. So
absolutely
get her adjusted.
Stunning.
And voila. Gina, what color are you wearing, girl?
I am wearing RL 628, which is the bronzed sable. And I love this wig. I'm even going to take my shoulders off down now that I have some length in my hair. I love this color. It just is really rich.
That looks, I mean, that's your hair there, Gina. I mean, that's the hair like you're born with. You know, that to me, that just
Gina,
looks
were you born with that hair, Gina?
Oh yes, that's so my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right, you stick to it. You stick to it. So you guys, I have another comparison because this is the Iced Cafe Latte, and this is one of our brown colors. But again, just to reiterate, with the cool tone colors, minimal warmth. And there's another graphic I have, I believe, that is our brown color. And I wanted to pull up the brown color to show you. It's our iced Java color, okay? There's a lot of speculation on this because people are like, it's a dark brown. How can it be ash? So if you look at our existing black coffee in the RL26 on the RL26 on the right, you're going to see that while it is a neutral brown, while it's a dark brown, it has a little bit of gold to it, okay? Our new cool toned iced Java that you see on the right in RL410SS has minimized any kind of warmth at all. And so it has a much more a sandy colored highlight in there. It's a true ash color highlight in there. So if you have a customer who wants a brown wig that's highlighted but wants no gold, wants no red, wants no warmth, then I definitely suggest that you keep an iced Java around to show them that. So just wanted to put that up for you. So
yeah, and then there's a lovely lady called Patricia who just asked, what is the best wig for her daughter? I think she's getting married because she wants to wear her hair up when she's getting married. Well, we're right on point because I have to say this wig worn up is amazing because of the layering.
Yes.
Doesn't this look amazing worn up because of the layering, Frank?
Oh yeah. And because this one happens to be true to life fiber, you can add some curl and let it set overnight. So if you want to make some more volume and you want some tendrils and some pieciness in it, you can do that as well. Look at Gina, you just whipped that up into a little bun in the back, right?
I did. And for getting married as well, you could just tuck behind one ear and maybe pin and be sort of curled down as well. It's
I mean,
half up, half down.
Half up, half down. It's beautiful. I've styled this wig for a lot of brides. And just to the lady as well who just asked, the other one, if she wants something longer, go for Scene Stealer. So it's either this or Scene Stealer, but they're both amazing.
They really are. They're gorgeous. So Jane or Mary asks, does Frank have a favorite Raquel wig? Oh gosh, that's a tough question, Mary. They're all like my children. I can't pick. I can't pick. Right now, I'm kind of crushing on Pretty Please, which we've showed on one of the last shows. I'm crushing on Pretty Please, and I'm loving In Charge. So if you check those out, but these are staples that we have had for quite a while, and people just love these wigs. And we've created these in these petite sizes so that we have something for everyone, from short to long. And real quick, if you guys are wondering, those of you who have never seen the Spotlight wig, let me show you the construction on this. So one of the things that makes this so beautiful is that you have the lace front, you have the full mono top, and then you have the stretch lace in the back, okay? Velvet ear tabs and a little velvet nape back here. So it's very comfortable to wear. Kathleen also wants to know, why do they put a zigzag part when you get these from the factory? That is a great question, isn't it? Because everyone's like, why do they do that? Well, I'm going to tell you why. They put a zigzag part at the factory because they know, and we know, that you're not going to wear, if we put a hard part in there, you may want to change it. And if the wig sits on your shelf, and it could make a memory of that part. And then when you go to put it on a customer who wants to change it, it may be difficult to move that part out. So by doing a zigzag part, we're able to kind of offer some flexibility without that part getting set in one particular way. So that's why we do that. So we have Edna who asks, would Spotlight fit a 23-inch head? Okay, Edna, now we're talking petites here, girl, but I would say you'd have to go try it on. And I'll tell you why, because while it does have the hand tied, it also does have the memory cap, which does stretch. So there's a very good possibility that this would fit a 23-inch head.
Yeah,
so
I'd say yes, because I wore Spotlight so many, actually in this color, look, I love a glazed mocha with the roof. I've wore it so many times. I got a lot of hair and I've got a big head. So I think, obviously not in the petite, but in
not
the
as big as this one.
Yeah, but in the sizing, yeah, just go for a regular size in your Spotlight, and I don't think you'll have any trouble fitting it on. Do you agree, Gina?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
It's very rare we get someone saying, these wigs don't fit. In all the years of me working with Raquel, it's very rare I've never had a head that doesn't fit these wigs.
Yeah.
Very rare.
No, and it's true. And Maria asked, she says, what's the smallest size? Because she has a small childlike head. Well, depending what style you want, I will tell you this, Maria, we do offer in our hairdo brand kids wigs. And the kids wigs are even smaller. They're like at the 20-inch. So you might want to look at some kids wigs. There are actually some cute bob styles in there that you could get away with, I'm sure. But don't forget, even if you get the petite and you find the petite might still be a little bit too big for you, you can, if it's a wefted wig like this is, you can go in and you can have these resized. You can have these stitched to make them a little tighter. That is the benefit of going into a retailer and working with them, especially if you're the type of person who, because of your head size, needs a little extra customization. So that's totally cool. Let's show, we have a little graphic here of the petite size wigs all assembled together to give you a nice little overview. So you guys will know exactly which ones are available in the petite sizes. And you will see right there. So the Raquel, your all-time favorites. We have the Voltage, the Upstage, the Sparkle, the Spotlight, and the Winner. So you guys, 5 new, not new styles, but 5 new offerings in petite on these classic styles. So amazing. Just so happy we could bring this to you. This is because of all your feedback, because of everything that you've said and everything that you guys have contributed to these Hair You Wear Facebook Lives and these Hair You Wear Care shows. It's because of you, and we encourage you to keep writing, to keep sending us your letters, and to let us know what it is you need so that you can prosper and you can succeed in this business. And if you are a wig wearer, what you need so that you can feel comfortable wearing these. This is very important to us as a company and as a design team as well. Gina,
I just wanted to say, I know we don't have time, so Chris Goldsmith is going to share a link to a chapter, to a book where I wrote a chapter telling my story of getting over being hung up on my hair loss.
Yes.
And how I finally revealed myself to my husband and how freeing that was. And that was the start of me wearing any wig that I wanted, anytime. And whereas I used to hide from him that I wore wigs, now he comes into my bathroom and I have wigs lined up on my spotlight bulbs
Gina,
in my bathroom.
Gina, really quick, just if you can you give us a little synopsis for anyone who's watching today that is unsure about wearing a wig or what they're going to do in that situation? Can you please tell us quickly what that was like and how you handled that situation?
Okay, so I got married 3 weeks before my 50th birthday. That was my first marriage ever.
Okay.
And by that time, I had had severe hair loss. And anytime my husband went to touch my hair, I would pull away. And he just got used to it and didn't try to do it anymore. But I just felt like I was missing out on intimacy with him. So one day I was in the mirror and I said, you're going to do this. You're going to do this now because I want
the pep talk with yourself.
Yeah, I'm with myself. So I took off my wig and I pulled my hair back into the eeny weeny ballerina chignon. And I told him to close his eyes. And I went into the bedroom and I said, this is the real me. And I started crying and he's like, what's the big deal? I love you, not your hair. And we forget that we get so tied up in our own insecurities that we're the only ones that that see it.
Yes.
And it was the most freeing. And he put his hands on my scalp for the very first time. We'd already been married a year and a half before.
Oh my gosh, Gina.
And I'd never felt his hands on my scalp before. And it was just tender.
Would you wear your wig to bed?
I would, yeah. Or I would wait till he went to bed and then go to bed. Well, wait till he was asleep. It was really bad. But
it's a lot to hold in. It's a lot to hold in.
Yes. And so the chapter I wrote was called Stranded No More, My Triumph Over Hair Loss. And if anyone would like, we can also, I didn't tell Chris, but if anyone would like to contact me by email, I'd be happy to be a support for any woman with questions about how to get started. Yeah.
Thank you. And you know what? A great message, right? A great message, because you want someone who loves you, not your hair at the end of the day, you know? And now look at you. Now you have all kinds of hair every day.
All kinds. He says, who am I taking out to dinner tonight?
Yeah. He's got the best of both worlds
Don't
now,
be
right?
impatient.
It's amazing. It's so amazing. And like I say, nobody will ever know what it's like to have hair problems, especially for a woman. And maybe that sounds a bit sexist now, but it's true. It's your crowning glory. You know, a guy can shave it low, but a woman, it's, you know, it's so fabulous, Gina, to hear that story. I love it. And it's funny, we first met when we did the television in America. And one day you turned up red, and then one day you were blonde. And when we took Gabor on the television, I was like, I love this girl, because you were using him as a fashion accessory, and I think it's fabulous.
And you do get to that point when you feel so free and you know, hey, this is me, take it or leave it. And it took me a while to get to that point. So
and I hate to say it, but you know what? You're saving a lot of money by not going to the salon every 4 weeks, Gina. You know, as a stylist, I hate to say that, but it is kind of true.
Yeah.
When ladies discover this and they learn how to work them, they're going to be like, why did I ever do that? You know, it's just a crazy thing.
Spend it on shoes or something else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Patricia asks, can I show how to get the volume on the top by teasing? I did prepare to tease these because I usually use a teasing comb for this, Patricia, but I'm going to tell you, we will eventually do a show where we actually give you some great styling tips for the wigs and how to work with the fiber. But basically what you want to do is you want to take section by section, start towards the back, and then work yourself up to the front. You just want to go a downward motion with the teasing comb, okay? And then gently lay the hair over. You don't want to be too aggressive like you would your own hair, because you, especially in a hand-tied wig, you don't want to undo the knots. So we'll talk about that at a later show, but teasing is allowed. Teasing's allowed, but just be very gentle with it as you're doing it.
You know, it's funny today, funny enough, Frank, I get so many ladies messaging me, or guys, saying that we don't sell these wigs, as you know, as retail. So one of the girls phoned up today and said, my hair is long, I'm going to be losing it through chemo. The first thing I said was, go for Spotlight, because it's not too long. It's a manageable length. But what I love is this. Can you see this sort of
fringe? Yeah.
Yeah, you can create such a lovely little fringe with this without cutting it. But then I love the fact that if you don't want the fringe, you can just blend that right on back into the hairline because of the lace front.
You can even, with a little bit of curl spray, give this a little extra moxie, as I'm going to do now, and just work it with your hands to create. What am I creating, Kyle? What am I creating?
The lick.
The Frank lick.
Frank lick.
I love it. I love it. So, but yeah, you could do that. And, you know, your curl spray is a great tool to add a little body to your wig and to help reshape it a little bit. You can go back on the True to Life fiber wigs with the curl spray, and then with the blow dryer, very gently, just blow dry this through to direct the hair in the direction you want it to go. So, you know, we will be offering some styling tips and some Facebook Lives about how to style your wig and some tips on that. Gina, I love, you just kind of tousled that and shook it out. What color again are you wearing, my love?
I am wearing what's called bronze sable. So it's a 628, and it's not as well known as the chocolate copper or the 630.
Yeah, chocolate copper.
I'm not sure what it's called in Raquel, I'm sorry. But this is a little bit more red.
Yeah. And I think the one that I'm showing, this is the 924 SS, which is the iced cafe latte. I mean, I think if someone wanted the warmth, they would go with your color. And if they didn't, they can go with this. So you just see that nice. Yeah. This is kind of like, you know what I will call this? And I hate to say it because I don't know. I would say this is that Jennifer Aniston, the light chestnut brown with the nice taupey kind of ashy highlights to it. That's what I would call the iced cafe latte. If you've ever liked her color, when she was a little deeper in Friends, this is very similar to that. So, well, guys.
Mine's glazed mocha. Sorry, just if you want to know, it's glazed mocha.
Oh, no, yes, glazed mocha. Awesome.
Can you see all mine are glazed mocha because these are the ones that I wear.
I love how he says mocha.
Mocha. It's mocha. Well, guys, so we have showed you our 5 styles that are now going to be introduced in the petite. This will be available. And then the Ice Sweet Cream, again, to show you our new cool tone. This is available in February. And I just want to thank you all for watching. It's been great. And it's time to announce the winner of the hour. So that winner, who wins winner, is Becky Ann Allred. Congratulations, Miss Becky. You got yourself a winner, girl.
Congratulations, Becky. You're going to look beautiful in it, or your client is fantastic.
Absolutely.
Congrats.
Absolutely. Well, guys, I guess this concludes our show for today. It was a slice. I'm so glad we're back on. I'm so glad to be with all of you. I'm here again to toast you and say, welcome, y'all, to 2021. We got some more shows coming up, and we can't wait to have you on board. Remember, please share your comments. Please tell us whatever it is that you want to share with us. We're open to it. That's what this forum is all about. So thanks again, guys. Kyle, thank you for joining me all the way from Essex today. I love you, and cheers.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I just want to thank everybody in the UK who watched. I know it's late, but thanks for staying up. And then I just want to say, Gina, thanks for being such a beautiful model.
Oh,
Gina,
thank you, Kyle.
You're a doll. Thank you so much. Again, you guys, Gina Alchin, our Senior Account Executive for our Shopping TV. We love you, Gina. You look great in everything. Thanks for being with us.
Love you guys. Thanks.
And thanks, Frank. I'll speak to you later.
Bye.
See y'all later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.